Hello, and welcome to our Cerenade video. In this video, we will go over the enhancements made to custom intake forms. You can now send a custom intake form without having your clients logging in to the client portal. They can now click on a direct link, enter a one-time passcode, and go directly into the intake form. Now, before we send out an intake form, a couple things. The first is the feature only works with custom intake forms. It does not work with our standard questionnaires. If wanting to send questionnaires, the client still requires entering the client portal with their login credentials. Second, this video will use an already created custom intake form. If you do not have one created, we recommend watching our video on how to create an intake form. On the description of this video is a link to that video. And third, we strongly recommend having the client's email and cell phone saved on their profile to send a passwordless link. The reason for this is even though they will not be required to log into the client portal, they will need to enter a one-time registration passcode. They can get this passcode either emailed to them or texted to them. This can be added to an already created profile, or it can be added to a new client profile at the moment of sending the intake form. This video will show you going this second route. From the home page, we will click on the Questionnaires button. We will select Send Questionnaires to Client. We will be asked to locate the client profile or create a new client profile. Proceed to click on Add New Client. From there, enter their name, select their gender if it is an individual, enter their email and their cell phone. Proceed to click on Create Contact. The client profile has been created. Now, even though we won't send them credentials to the client portal, we still want to create their client portal access. You'll be prompted to input their username and password, just in case they ever need to log in. We will also uncheck the email account access details to client checkbox, as we are simply creating their client portal access. We will click on OK. You have now created their client portal access and can now send them a passwordless link. We will now see two options here: email questionnaires and send intake forms with passwordless link. Just like it sounds, if we email a questionnaire, it will require the client to log into the client portal. If selecting passwordless link, it will allow the client to go directly into the intake form. We will select this option. The software will then list all your intake forms you have built. You will select the ones you want them to fill out and finalize by clicking on Save. You will then be prompted to a screen with a couple options. You can send this as a text message, send as an email, or copy to a clipboard to paste onto a message outside the system. If selecting text message, the link is in the body of the email where you will compose a message to your liking. Once sent, your client will receive a message with the link. Please note, your client must have a cell phone number associated with their profile, which we previously inserted. Also, to be able to send an SMS message to your client, you must be signed up with the optional module titled SMS Notifications. If you send it as an email, you will see a copy button where you can copy the intake form link and paste it onto the body of the email. Proceed to compose the message. Once finished, click on Send. Lastly, you have a general copy to clipboard function. Just like it sounds, you can copy it and paste it onto anything either in the system or outside the system. Please note that this link is specific to a client's intake form and should only be shared with the client. It should not be shared with other parties or other clients. Your client has now either received an SMS message if selecting to send an SMS message, or they received an email with the link to the intake form. If we click on the link, it will take us to an area requesting a one-time passcode. The client will have the option to receive it either via text or via email. Once they select and click Submit, they will receive a new SMS message or email with the passcode. They will proceed to enter the passcode and hit Submit. Your client is now in the custom intake form. They will proceed to enter information on the intake form. They can save and come back and work on it later using the passcode. Once done working on the intake form, they will hit Submit. If they have other intake forms to answer, it will prompt them to select working on those. If they don't, they can exit the form and they will be taken to the login page of the client portal as they are finished. Once submitted, that intake form will now be in your mailbox to review and accept. If you ever need to resend the link to the client, you can go into their client profile, go to the Documents tab, and from there, the Questionnaires Forms section. Locate the intake form. You will see a Share Password Link button. When clicked, it will prompt the options to send via SMS, email, and copy to clipboard as we saw earlier. This concludes our video on sending intake forms with passwordless links. Hit the subscribe button to be notified when new videos come out, and give us a like to let us know you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.